a cold, gray, winter's afternoon, few sights lift my spirits quite as much as a robin, hopping across my lawn and showing off its lovely red breast. Occasionally, it'll fly up to a post and deliver its delightful song, cheering me even more. But when snow and ice covers the ground, the robin will be the first to come to our back door in search of a handout. But most of us actually know very little about these busy, hardy little birds that are fearsome fighters with glorious voices, and which, all too often, have a sadly short lifespan. His friends were so jealous they killed the bird, but fortunately it was brought back to life. Stories about feeding robins are common because they are legendary for their tameness and one of the few wild birds that will take food from the hand. In the 20s, former Foreign Secretary Edward Grey taught a robin to do this, and wrote about it in a bestseller, The Charm of Birds. Recently, naturalist Hugh Warwick hand-tamed a robin in a few days. After a while, the bird would even come inside his home to beg for food, making him wonder who is in charge in their relationship. We British love the robin. 2 years ago, it won a BBC Springwatch poll to choose the UK's national bird. I have been fascinated by robins since childhood, which is why I have written a book about these remarkable birds. I can still recall the first time I found a robin's nest, hidden away in the depths of a honeysuckle in my mother's garden. Now I live in Somerset. I see them everywhere, in riads, along the coast, in the high street, and, of course, in my own garden. As I write these words, in my garden office, a robin is looking back at me with its head cocked to one side. It is this confidence and boldness, and willingness to interact with people when needs must, in times of harsh outside, that led to this cute little bird being so closely associated with the festive season. Like its cousin, the nightingale, robins often sing at night, especially in cities, where permanently lit street lamps fool them into thinking the sun is about to rise. Yet nightingales are never found in the middle of city stock during Margaret Thatcher's premiership. It is said she breezed into a meeting one autumn day and announced that, the night before, a nightingale had serenaded her from just outside her bedroom window at number 10. A bold civil servant pointed out that nightingales are summer visitors, and all would have left for Africa, adding that it would have been a robin. The PM then hissed in his ear, if the Prime Minister says she heard a nightingale, she heard a nightingale. The nightingale that sang in London's Berkeley Square, in the classic wartime ballad, would have been a robin. That delicate plaintive song is yet another reason we love robins so much, along with the fact that they look so sweet. Partly this is down to those big, black, beady eyes. These large eyes serve a purpose. Because robins mostly live in woods, their eyes have evolved to be bigger, so they could see more to start feeding earlier in the morning and stop later in the evening. That may be why robins are often the first bird in the dawn chorus to start to sing, long before it gets light. So they have to make sure they can defend a territory, find a female and raise a family, before it's too late. In my garden, robins usually nest in the thick hedgerow along the side, or sometimes in our greenhouse, among the grapevine's tangled branches. They have to hide their nest very carefully, as their eggs and chicks are very vulnerable to predators such as sparrowhawks and cats. The latter may kill as many as 1.5 million robins a year in Britain. If the nest does get raided, though, they will usually try for a second bird. Robins are well known for nesting in some truly bizarre places. As well as garden sheds and outside toilets, often building on top of the cistern, nests have been found in letter boxes, inside a human skull, and even in the engine of a World War II plane. Then, from the late Middle Ages onwards, it was called the redbreast. Familiar creatures attract nicknames. My grandmother referred to her favorite garden birds as Jenny Wren, Tom Tit, and, of course, Robin Redbreast. The first two had more or less fallen out of use, but Robin persisted and is now the bird's official name.